Here, again, I don't usually talk about myself because that we're here to glorify Jesus. But in these things, I want you to understand. It may help somebody to understand our relationships, our personal relationship towards Jesus. Okay, and when we do become judgmental. All right, at 18 years old, I stopped smoking weed and stopped cursing worse than a boatload of English pirates, okay? A whole boatload of English pirates couldn't curse as bad as I do, okay? Does it make sense? All right, so at 18 years old, I finally kick myself in the ass and say, "That's it, Robert. You're done smoking the weed. You're gonna stop with the cursing, and you're gonna go to church." Okay, so basically, the cursing and the weed was at that time the only thing I could see that I was doing wrong because you know, uh, was obvious. That was the obvious. Okay, let's just say them two was the obvious. Because again, a whole boatload of English pirates couldn't curse as bad as me. Okay, so here we go. And on top of it, I play the guitar. I love music. Love to sing and play the guitar. The Lord's given me all these wonderful songs. Okay, going to church, reading my Bible. Lord's given me, and golly gee, I'm just doing it. You know what I mean? I'm just a doing it. But, the Lord, see here. I'm gonna tell you. I used to go around, play songs. People would come around, sit down, and listen, share the gospel. But in my big headedness, okay, me being sinless and everybody else still needing to repent, okay, I had to learn a very hard lesson. I had to learn a very, very hard lesson. Okay, because one of these times I sat down and people came around, but here comes a man with his bottle of beer and his doobie in his hand, thinking he was going to sit down and enjoy a concert. And so I stopped what I was doing. I looked him straight in the face and I said, you ain't coming here. I said, this ain't for you. I said, take your bottle of beer and your doobie and get up and leave. And he looked at me with all the sadness in his eyes. And he got up and he left. All because I thought I was better than everybody else. I became judgmental. To this day, I still have not been able to say I'm sorry to that man. And the Lord had to teach me a lesson you do not want to learn. He will show you there is despicableness inside of you that you don't even know is there. And for years you will be trapped there. Until you agree that His love and His mercy and His forgiveness is what we are to share. Make no mistake, you do not want to learn that hard lesson.